Hey everyone, welcome back to Jordan White Builds. So today this is exciting for me and our business. I'm standing inside our new shed. So we're calling this a WHC Global HQ. And this is going to be our new global home. So at the moment it's just a big empty shed. We started moving a few things into making it homely. So trailer, ute, caravan of course. Going to show you what we're planning here, because in here we're going to actually build our new offices for my business and also for my wife's agronomy business as well. So pretty cool what we're doing with these offices. Due to planning conditions, we're only allowed to build a shed, and this is deemed as a home-based office because it is close to our home on our home block in Sunraysia. So, but the offices inside are going to be pretty cool. So we're going to essentially build these in terms of passive house techniques. So build it as energy efficient as possible. We're going to do things like have wider 140 mil thick walls. It's not something we've done on one of our projects before. So then we can increase the insulation of the walls. We're doing an internal air barrier. So we're going to make this, try and make this as airtight as we can, and we're going to blow a door test to see how we go. We've never done that on one of our projects either. High performance glazing. So this is going to have triple glazed windows, which are going to be imported from Europe. I can't wait for those. That's something I've been dreaming of for a while. We've got a little sample at the moment in our office, and I can't wait to have them in our house. It's going to have mechanical ventilation, so HRV to have constant air circulation, filter the air, make the air quality better, reduce the risk of mold. So that'll be pretty cool. What else are we doing? Thermal bridge free, so we'll make sure that obviously this is a steel structure, which isn't the best for heat transfer. Making sure that there's insulation everywhere, and no condensation can risk inside in the building. That's some of the energy efficient factors we're going to putting into this. And then obviously we want to make it practical and beautiful. So it's a nice place to work for myself, my staff, storage of tools, materials, and bring clients one day. So I'll show you what we're doing, and excited to take you along the journey. It's going to be built over a period of time. So initially we're just building one office, which we're going to complete so we can move in and get out of our current rental. Then what we're going to do is we'll slowly build the stage 2, which is 2 more offices and a powder room. And at this stage we're going to have looking to have an open day here, so we can show you, I guess, the difference between a completed section and a half complete, essentially ready for plaster. So you'll be able to see things like how the air barriers work, HRV, high performance windows. See what goes into behind the walls and the cladding. Because you don't, as I said, that's the reason for me doing this channel, because we don't get to see that too often. So I'll swing the camera around. I'll show you what we've done so far, what we're planning. And then, we'll be filming along the journey to take you through each step and show you what we're going to do. All right, before we get started, I thought I'd take you through the materials. So this is what our stack of materials look like before we start to build. So, it certainly doesn't look like much at the moment, but we'll take you through them all. Some things to note here is our supply did stuff this order off a bit, so I have got some extra materials that I'll take back later, but better off to have too much than not enough. So starting from over here on the left, this red timber, that's 140 by 45 LVL. That's going to make up all our external plates, our studs, a bit thicker so we can get more insulation in there. On top of that, these I-beams, they're going to be our floor joists, so they'll sit on top of the walls, form a ceiling, and then we're building a mezzanine on top of that. Got more floor joists over here. Below that, the yellow timber, that's our structural LVL beams that'll go over the top of our windows on our load-bearing walls to carry all the weight. So that's a 300 by 45 LVL on the left and a 240 by 45 on the right. The timber on the bottom's the wrong stuff they delivered, so we don't need to worry about that. Over here, this pine is 90 by 35 treated pine. That'll be for our internal wall, and we'll make some battens out of that for our internal air barrier later. Then round here on the side, this is particle board flooring. So it's 900 wide by 3.6 long. You'll see that it's got a groove. So this all goes tongue and groove. So yeah, it's all joined together, doesn't move or squeak. So the other thing you'll notice here, which is pretty standard with deliveries, is the stuff I need first is on the bottom of the pack, and the stuff I need second is on the top of the pack. So pretty standard. We'll have to shift all this around now so we can access what we need, and then we can start building. All right, step one complete. So we've got all the plates cut. So you can see they're all sitting in the right spot, ready to go. I've gone through and yeah, lined them up perfectly with the chalk lines. So that's, I know they're the right length. And the first thing I do is go through, mark where the wall junction is going to be. So you can see that lines up with that. So we know everything's in the right spot. And we go through, mark our, well, first up we do our windows and doors. So I'll come over here to an external. So there's a window going to be on this wall here. We've actually lined that one up so it's center of the hallway going that way. So get the location and then work either side of that. So just refer to the window schedule. So here's the window schedule here. I can see there, that one's window 1. Come over to the window schedule, window 1. That tells me that's 1800 wide by 1500. So I've come over here, marked it, yeah, 1800 wide. And then put our window drop height on there, so then when we're framing, we know what size to make the opening. We don't have to refer back to the plans. So yeah, do all the wall junctions first, then the windows, then we go through and just mark our common studs, which in this case are all, yeah, 600 centimeters apart. So they're all marked, and yeah, we're ready to start building walls now. So you'll see over here as we work around, another window just there. We've got one wall here, which is out of the 90mm different timber. That's because this is office 1. The red ones are external walls. In time, this green one will actually be an internal wall. So that won't be insulated with, yeah, thick of insulation. So we've done, yeah, a normal thickness wall there. So yeah, just won't save a bit of money there, not quite as wide timber. So that's the process for marking all the walls. We're ready now to start cutting all the studs and pieces and start putting it all together. Okay, so the offices are now framed, or I guess part 1, the reception room is now framed. So yeah, it looks really good. We've got the walls up, floor trusses on, and ready for the next stage. So I'll show you through that now. Keep your eyes open because we've made one mistake that we're going to have to fix. And here we want to show you everything behind the scenes. And we all make mistakes, all part of the process. But yeah, the early we pick them up, that's why we do QA, to make sure we pick them up early so it doesn't cost us, you know, any time or can't be unfixed. So see if you can spot what we've done wrong, and I'll point it out to you when we get to it. So here is office 1. This is standing from the side where there'll be more offices. So that'll be one day the door in the hallway, but for now it'll be the main door. So it's all up. You can see we've got floor trusses on. We've got some external wrap on the outside to make it all protected. So I'll go inside and show you what we've done. So it looks a lot more like a building now, which is pretty cool. So first thing you'll notice, these red walls, so that's the 140 thick walls so we can put a bit wider insulation. They're all in, braced up, and you can see the difference between the wall over here, which will be an internal wall, which is only 90mm. So that's all done. We've got a window that's going there, big opening, with structural beam over the top. spinning around, another window, and then that will be eventually our front door there at the front with the little portico bit. So yeah, really happy with how it's going. And then looking up above us, we've got some eye joists. So this is essentially LVL that's glued together. It's like got a 90-35 bottom and top plate with a bit of OS brace that is routed out, glued in to give it all the vertical strength. So yeah, they're all on. Because there's not a huge span here, we can use something like that rather than a proper floor truss. So that'll be a mezzanine on top eventually, and it'll allow us to fix our ceiling to it underneath. So yeah, looking really good. Other things we've done here, because obviously we're doing an internal air barrier here. So on this wall here, we've actually put a strip of membrane over the top of the wall plate, because one day we're gonna have to, when we build the rest of the offices, we're gonna have to join that together. So we've put a little strip there so that can be continuous and there's no, gaps that we've got to tape or things like that. And that is where we've made our mistake, because we should have put a piece behind this corner junction here to go that way. So when we join onto it, we've got a piece of membrane there. So bit of a oopsie there, but not a big fix. We'll just be able to cut that stud out there, put a piece of membrane in, put the stud back on, and yeah, we'll be ready to go. So yeah, looking really good, happy with how it's all going, and we'll just make that little fix, and yeah, we'll be ready for the next stage, which is gonna be insulating and the internal air barrier, which will be a future video. So yeah, I might just do that little fix quick, show you what that looks like, and that'll be the end of this vid.